This ain't entertainment. This is a move. This is prophecy with a pulse. A soundtrack for the remnant. We don't just make music. We speak fire from the corners of the city to the gates of the kingdom. From survival to revival, from chemo chairs to dry bones rising. Guerrillas Radio ain't just about beats. It's about power. Power to heal. Power to rise. Power to remember who we really are. We're street bred, spirit led, anointed with the oil of war and peace. We don't fold. We don't flinch. We go gangster on fear. We go holy on sickness. We go full of flames for the people of Yah. So if you're tired of dead religion, if you're done with fake healing, if your soul been searching for the real sound of heaven, you just tapped in. This is your Relis. And this is the sound of faith on fire.
Shalom, shalom. Welcome back to Rooted in Hebrew. My name is Mike. Today, let's speak about the hurt and the heat. Usually it follows it. Hold on just one moment. Usually, the hurt is there. When you know when the hurt is coming from, the heat come right behind it. Period. It's like a given. And that's where we're standing right now, right as we speak. A lot of us are dealing with a lot of hurt. But we got a great deal of heat that goes right along with it. Whether it's going to be as a nation or individual. These are the things that we got to contend with. We have to contend with them. Some people, they don't do well with it. They do not. Others take it with a grain of salt. Others know they lash out. But when those ones that lash out, and for the people that's causing the hurt, they don't have they be trying to figure out, why is this person so this, so that? But then you go back to Yahushua, and he said this: it would have been better for that man that's want to betray him. It would have been finer if he had not been born. Brothers, truthfully, the shift is here. Now, whomever that statement may apply to, well, we know it applied to Judas, but it's going to apply right down to this very day. It's going to apply. We can sit up here and think we can do any and say anything to our brothers and sisters and ain't nothing going to happen. No, it don't work that way. Judas, everything he did involved his voice, foot action, that was it. But he got condemned with that. His mouth, his action, he got condemned. But some of us, I'm going to say some of us, I ain't going to say we as a thing, but we think we can say what we want to say to our brothers and sisters without any type of repercussions. That's what we think because we've been doing it for so long. You're coming out of the church, you're waking up to who you are, and you continue doing the same thing. The same thing. The only thing that changed is you claim to be woke. But now, the Most High clearly states that he hates contention. And we, some of us, love drama. Love drama. We emphasize it. It could be seen in so many TV shows. I mean, when you're dealing with our people, it's what the drama drives them in. It's the manipulation, the violence, street mentality, the cursing. All of this drives our people into those things. But with this awakening, we're supposed to be absolutely shifted away from that. Granted, what you may have, what do the world say? A work in progress. But that's not something that you want to ride. You want to continue to ride that rope on. Because the Most High know exactly your strength and your weaknesses. That's one thing you do know. He know these things. But we, hey, that was a commercial I was watching some time ago, a couple of years. And it was all these singers. But it got to one particular singer. And then what they was doing was, truthfully, they was making excuses. They were using shalom, shalom, brother, we got next. Oh no, I think I did like 30 minutes beforehand. I think I did like a 30-minute beforehand, yeah. Shalom, shalom, Sister Angela. And so he was mentioning Noah. He talking about Noah was a drunk. Then the last one he got to, he called no. Oh yeah. And then he called King David. He said he was a hoe. And I'm like, nigga, are you for real? But what they was hitting at was this here. We all got our flaws. But yeah, all right. But there's a way you go about respecting people whom the Most High said, hey, that's my loyal servant. We think we can say anything, brothers. Just like this governor, the one in Texas, they said if God Almighty was in Texas or in the United States, we'll deport him. And what happened? Shalom, Sister Padia. Now they were dealing with floods. See that little small member, that mouth, can talk a lot of hurt, bring in a lot of hurt, but do not want to see that heat that comes right behind it. Do not want to see it. But it comes. And then what do people do? They fall down. Oh, sweet Jesus. This is what they do. Shalom, Sister Anita. Shalom. This hurt that some of us put out, brothers, and just like Yahushua said, when he was talking amongst the 12, he said, for that man, that son of man that's going to betray me, it would have been finer if that man had not been born. And you got brothers out here right now that's going to do the same thing he did and is doing. We can sit up here and talk until we blue in the face. Hey, brother, you shouldn't be talking. You shouldn't be talking that way. You shouldn't be saying that. Hey, it may be true about the brother, but is there any upbuilding for it? No, it's just gossip, something that keeps floating around. So all we did, truthfully, we left the church and brought the church with us. In so many words, that's what some of us have done. But when that cup get full, oh, then things start to spill over. Yes, brothers, and I was talking to my cousin. She said, "Cuz, you got to understand. You got to understand." And she not woke. She's still a devout Christian, but she said there is a shift. This is her words. There is a shift that is happening. People are showing themselves for who they truly are. Period. If they got to keep you down in order for them to rise, they're going to do it, and they're going to do it with a great deal of pleasure. This is what my cousin just told me this today. And it seems she's on point. Truthfully, I've been kind of busy. To pay attention to a lot of the gossip. Nah, I ain't too crazy about it anyway, truthfully. But it got my attention. Some of it did. But I try to leave it where it's at. I tried my best to maintain peace. That's what I try to do. But brothers, I did a live. The title of the live was "Touch Not My Anointed." Right? I did the live, and I had just finished up the music. So I was playing with it to get the video, and I got the video. I posted it and everything, and it sent me. To me, YouTube don't seem. I don't know what it is. It could be just the fact of the algorithm. But when I went over to TikTok and I started posting a lot of the music that I make, and it's strictly to upbuild us. That's all upbuild us. I'm not talking. It's not about it's not no average song. It's strictly to lift our spirits. That's what it's for. To encourage us to press on. That's all it's for. Shalom, shalom, Brother Earl. I don't think we'll be on here too long, brothers. But let me just keep on going with this because so what I did, brothers, I did the song, posted it. I was happy at the results. I kid you not. I'm just praising the Most High. I'm like, man, these brothers and sisters, they liking this. They would. I got so many different comments. It wasn't even funny. Not one of them was negative. They said, "This is it. This is what we need." So I posted that on the 20th of July this month. A couple of days ago. The day my son was born. I posted that song, Touch Not My Anointed. Hydia went into labor. And it got kind of touchy there. Don't get me wrong. It did get kind of touchy. Until it got to a point, I said, well, what's going on? I said, well, no, Euryalus, he's okay. It's Hydia. She's not responding. She had fainted. And so, I started giving her my attention. I'm like, well, what's going on? And so, she started to come through. Stress levels started to go down. Brothers, just to turn around the next day, my son dies. And for Hydia was there. She called me. I didn't even know what was going on. She just called me, hey, Mike, how you doing? And when I say, hey, how you doing? And things, and Euryalus, he started crying. And so she looks over at him, she picks him up. She said, Mike, let me call you back. I didn't get a phone call back. I'm thinking that, everything is okay. I mean, that's how we do things. And then her brother, Patrick, he calls me. And I couldn't make sense of his text because it was early in the morning when I got up. It was like 4 o'clock in the morning. And so I was like, bro, I mean, what are you talking about? I'm discombobulated. I'm sorry, bro. Euryalus died. I like, dude, no, hold on, man. Hold on. No. I said, what are you talking about? The doctor said he was fine and all this. What are you talking about? But now, don't get me wrong. I knew about Hydia. Shalom, says Elijah. When it boiled down to it, my son came into this world and he went right back out the next day. So eventually I got in contact with Hydia. She's torn up. She's floored. You can't, I mean, it ain't the fact that you can't. I just had to listen to her cry. Because she's seen our son die. Right there in front of her. She just gave birth to our son. Now, yeah, we can ask. I mean, I can ask a whole lot of questions. This, that, and they said, "Oh, see, like he had trouble breathing," and I mean, everything was thrown out there and all that. So I took blows. the grandmother, the aunties. Mike, you should have been here. You should have been here. What you did? They're not lying. That is true, and I don't shy away from that. But I got myself wrapped up into taking care of my business because I've been there when you're thinking you're trusting your brothers and your brothers turn around and hem you up. So I got my mindset on no, I'm not trying to rely on nobody else. I'm not trying to put myself through that nonsense ever again. Only for this here to come and slap me in the face. This is how it feels for a parent to see their child die. This is the hurt, and then, like I said, comes this heat. Touch not my anointed. That goes across the board. That's even for Israel. That warning is for us. And brothers, we overstep that. Some of us can overstep it by means of our action, our tongue, and some of the actions. Because now, yeah, all right, you got it. Mike, you should have been there. But I came back to the States to take care of some business so I don't get hemmed up ever again. Only for it to come back and bite me in the butt. That's what it did. These are some sad, pathetic last days, and the action to go right along with it. We got ourselves, I ain't gonna necessarily call it geeked up. I mean, you look forward to raising your child. That's what we do. We look forward to it. Taking pictures and everything, sending pictures to everybody and all this. This is what we did the day Urelis came into this world. People saying who he looked like. Oh, who he got this, he got that. Like the whole family was there. And then here come that crushing stone. Came down like a ton of bricks. That's what it did. It came down like a ton of bricks. Now, I got to try to get myself over there and find a baby casket. Dude, who in their right mind want to do something like that? Some brothers, this is just my encouragement. I take whatever responsibility that I need to take. We already have enough to contend with. Because when I sat back and looked at everything, and I said, well, dadgummit, ain't this about a trip? I got so consumed in taking care of all of my business, not depending on these brothers like I did once before, because of whatever they did, they said and done, it's past tense to me. But I would say, I'm not going to get hemmed up ever again. Shh, nigga. That warning goes across the board to each and every last one of us. And I tell you, like I said, brothers, with this awakening, we getting hidden in all directions. All directions. There. So what I did, I called his brother, sent his brother pictures of Euryalus. And I knew he was going to say this. He said, "Dad, he looked just like me when I was a baby." Because that's the first thing came to my head when they sent me the picture when he was born. And my son said, my older son, "He looked just like me, Dad." It didn't sit well with him. Not one red cent. Shalom, shalom, Sister Kathy. It did not sit well at all. These last days, brothers. Now, and now I come to understand why the Most High said, "Those that endure to the end will be saved." This, I lost my son, Sister Kathy. He was just born on the 20th of a couple of days ago. And we thought everything was good. And well, truthfully, Hydia, she was going to do a C-section because they said, the child, he was pretty big. And so, but a water burst, she went into labor. She struggled with it. She did. She struggled until it got touchy with Hydia. And so what had happened, Hydia, she fainted. They had to rush her to ICU. So the grandmother, she took care of Euryalus until they brought her back. And once they got her stable and everything, me myself, I kid you not, I'm thinking, oh man, everything's cool now. Hydia, she's back talking and things of that nature. And then she calls me, and she's happy, and things of that nature. And when I say, Sister Kathy, the conversation was so short and brief with me and Hydia. She said, "Oh, now I heard Euryalus. He was crying. He started crying as soon as we started talking." And so I'm thinking she's about to go feed him or something. And so she was trying to feed him. Then she noticed, she said, "No, something is not right." But fortunately, the doctor was there. And the doctor said, "Wait a minute, hold on." They said he's having problem breathing. And now Hydia is witnessing all of this, Sister Kathy. And they said he was gone. Then, I'm sitting up here, everything in my head. the mother, the auntie, the cousin. They might. We don't think this would have done if you was here. If you was here, Mike, you was. Well, you know, we want. You know, I took it, bro. I took it. I took it. Now, I'm looking at this boy. He looking like my oldest son when he was a baby. And he, thanks, Brother Daryl. He, you know what? I'm just playing everything in my head as to how I get into. I don't know. So it may be a heavy burden, but it's like everything, everything. Sis, let me tell you something. I messed up early this morning. Trying to make sense out of it. And I'm looking at, well, how did this start? I got back into doing odd jobs, saving a little money. Go ahead and buy this here. Go and get this tool here. I was tooling all back up. That's what I was doing. At the same time, sending money back to my family over there. Yeah, here you go. Here you go. So I said, well, you know what? Let me go stay in my house. Only to get down there, and they talk about, well, these bills need to be paid. I was like, what bills? The family I let stay in my house rent-free so they can money up to get themselves on their feet. Left bills, to which I didn't have any money to pay, because these bills are absolutely abnormal because they weren't paying the bills. All of this stuff, it started to pile up. And the same ones I looked out for are the same ones who can't keep my name out their mouth. I got to a point, brothers, I'm like, bump it, let me just walk the streets. Not one of them, except for my cousin. She knows the dumb stuff that a lot of the so-called family and Hebrews have done, said. The dumb stuff I got to go through to maintain peace. That was the reason, and that was me calling you, brother. I know you didn't recognize the number, but that was me calling you. But at that time when I was calling you, Galen, was Hydia was in a very serious predicament. I mean, because they said, no, Urellis is okay, and so on. So I mean, what? I'm like, now what's going on with Hydia? So, and then the doctors and everything come out and say, all right, she needs to rest, and let's give her a couple of hours to go see how things turn out. And then she pulled through. So when I think I'm gonna let my guards down, brother, then this here happens. Right now, no, she is not in a good position. She's not. She witnessed the birthing of her child and the death of her child the next day. She kept saying, "Mike, when you coming back? Mike, when you come?" I said, "Let me put this in. Let me put this in place. Let me put this in place. Let me put that in place." I'm trying to get everything in place because I did not want to get hemmed up like I did the first time when all of that QTUA nonsense popped off. I'm trying to make sure I cover my bases, only to get myself. Let me just shut up. Sister Kathy, do you know she was still in the hospital when all of this went down? She was in the hospital, still in the hospital. When she's not there now. Brother Daryl, I was looking forward to raising that child up in the way we're supposed to have been raised up. That's what I was looking forward to. Showing him the laws. Hey, this is how you treat people. That's what I was looking forward to. But then you go back and you start to, like I said, you're trying to play things back. How did all of this start? And I'm not blaming QTUA. I ain't had no business around here trusting people like that anyway. There's a measure of trust we do supposed to have for our brothers and sisters. But evidently, there was somehow I miscalculated. And it put me in a rant to make sure I don't get hemmed up no more. So the thing I was asking was, did they check Eurelis after he was born to see what anything that there may be a hidden problem or whatever? That's the thing I was asking. Yeah. Ooh, I tell you, brothers. So this is how it feels for a parent to lose a child. Never seen this coming. So they said that Eurelis was doing good as long as he was in the mother's womb. I was like, wait a minute. Well, you should have seen something. Once he, I mean, the medical system, brothers. It's brothers, I just didn't intend on this happening. I didn't. I did not. Sister Pat, you. I mm, hmm, I had to after this, um, when I play this stuff back and everything, like I said, I just didn't want to get hemmed up ever again, um, reliant on brothers to do this, or brothers to do that. Shalom, shalom, Sister Van P. And I put myself in a rush to, and I ain't gonna, well, not in a rush. I put myself in a position. All right, in order for me to do whatever I need to do, I do work here. All right, I buy a little tools here. There's other jobs that I could take, but I don't have all the equipment I once had. So I gotta take steps to getting tools back again. Company's still calling me, but I can't take on big projects like I used to do because I don't have the tools. And so yes, when Henny kept calling, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? I wish you can be here. All of that is kicking me in the butt right now. All of that is kicking me in the butt. It is absolutely slapping me down. Brother, it's the stuff that is playing in my head, brother. What man wants to put his child in that little small casket? That's the stuff that's getting me. That's the stuff. Brother, it's you have it just not brothers who claim to be woke right here talking, saying things they ought not. I'm dealing with stuff that my family doing some dumb stuff. Doing some very dumb stuff. So now, on top of the death of a child, I'm still hearing my name. You would think I was Donald Trump, the way my name slide out of their lips. Not one of them niggas. Not one of them know what's going on. Not one of them. Not even my mother. When that time comes, brothers, I do not want to be standing by to, you broke this brother down. I don't want that ever to be set up on me. I'm not trying to break nobody down. But brothers, I will say this. When I sit up here and put that song out, touch not my anointed, my son came into this world that day and left the next. So now you can only think what's going through my head. The devil is busy. Oh man. Uh, mm, uh, mm, mm, mm. I mean, when my son came, they sent me the pictures. They sent me the pictures. I said, oh, this boy look just like Mike when he was a baby. So I went in, found his pictures. And he said, Dad, he looked just like me. And his hideous family got the pictures, and they said he looked just like his son, Mike. They look just alike. Are we all happy and everything? Um, to come back and call my son the next day. It's like you giving your son a gift and you going back and you taking the gift back. I'm not going to blame nobody, but I look at myself as to what I need to do and should have done and things of that nature. Even Yahushua, he learned obedience by the things he suffered. But I never counted. I seen my brother lose his 13-year-old daughter. And I said, man, I hope I never feel like that. Ain't that's about a trip. It wasn't nothing malicious. I just did not want that feeling. That feeling come knocking at the door, kicking it down like it's Rick James and a pair of stacks. Oh, boy. That's that hurt. That's that hurt. And that angry heat that comes right behind it. And you would have told me that this awakening would be like this, brothers and sisters. But it is what it is. We got to go through what we go through because, hey, we know the circumstances are our foreparents and they put us in this position. And we're the ones that got to bear it. But my encouragement, brothers, don't put your brothers and sisters in some positions that's based upon gossip. When they got a fight already against the principalities. The last thing we need to be fighting is amongst ourselves. The ones that want to gossip, if you're that type of person, I look at ain't nobody trying to get down that way. When they're starting to hear you say these things, they don't want to. They do when I bring the gossip to you, because you done laid down a concrete foundation. I'm not even trying to have it. Here you're trying to play in her mind. Where did she go wrong at? I said, no, you didn't go wrong. She keep crying, my son, my baby. And truthfully, what do you think a grown man's supposed to say? It just leave you absolutely just downright speechless. I find myself have to chew my tongue. That's what I got to do. I found out that when people feel they have you on the rope, or they have you under them where you will have to, or think you have to, listen or abide by what they say, that's what I learned. That's what I learned. And I'm talking about strictly family. We can talk nigger all day in the streets. All you got to do is bring it home. Bring it home. You will understand it. They talked about me so bad. This is just it's so ridiculous that my sister called me talking about, you need to quit talking to Kim. All they doing right here. So I like, look here, let me tell you something. Don't call me talking about what I shouldn't be doing. I'm a grown man. I can say what I want to say to anybody. First and foremost, ain't nobody gossiping about nobody. I don't have time for that. But she want to push it on. I said, leave it alone. She want to push it. And I said, you Negroes, wait to get into your 50s for you all to get down this way. I'm searching for peace. They're looking for fights. They're looking for arguments. They're looking for drama. And they're getting it. They're not getting it from me. But all of this came up out of my mouth when I found out my son died. All it takes is one incident for you to snap. That's all it takes. But I got to start, I play things in my mind. This is how you need to behave. This is how you need to get down. Sister, I think it has to be more, it got to be a greater word than divide. There's got to be greater than divide, because I'm talking about minds. And I'm not even talking about some of the other brothers out there that I do know, brothers and sisters and things. I'm talking about here. Ridiculous. I'm standing over the sink trying to wash dishes. Trying to get myself together. Brothers, I tell you, it's just the stuff that flows through your head, through your mind, can torment you. It torments you. The thing about it, brothers, is this, that like a lot of you brothers and sisters know, I was raised a Jehovah's Witness. Man, I wasn't even in school when we started going to the Kingdom Hall. But my mother, I was always up under her. I made sure I sat beside her, everything. If my other brothers and sisters beat me to the seat, no, I was, I was upset. I was upset. I always wanted to sit beside my mother. And out of all the love I had for my mother, this is the one that can cut you so deep, slice your throat. I was that child that, and don't get me wrong, my mother, when she disciplined, she got out of control. My brother, older brother, she would beat him so bad till he fainted. Sister, my older sister somewhat did, but she started fighting back. But when she started fighting back, I was that one she called to come and get her off of her. It's one thing I learned at a very early age. I learned the fear of the Most High. That's one thing I did learn. I never raised my hands at my mother. I never cursed her. Never cursed in conversation around my mother. I didn't curse, period. So my brothers and sisters, they got older. No, they'll curse her out fluently. Now, mind you, now we raised Jehovah's Witnesses. My mother needed money when I had my business, brothers. I tell you, it wasn't a thing with me to drop $5,000 in my mother's account. My mother called me, Mike, I want to get this truck, and the truck costs so much. Send it to her. But this is the one at this shift that's doing the worst damage. I never would have saw myself, brothers, in this position. Never. I knew how to move money around. Still do. I never would imagine, although I have a house, that I'm laying back up under my mother's roof. I'm like, dude, no, I gotta put some things in place. But like I said, when a person feels they have you in a restraint, that they controlling you, they're showing their true selves. Now I'm sitting on top over this sink, crying, washing dishes, looking out the window, crying, washing dishes. And I just told my mother, she comes up and I said, Rose, I love you. I'm crying. She said, okay, Michael Ray, that's good. So I went, sat down on the edge of the bed. And then my mother come in. Look here. You call yourself saving money so you can go back to Africa? I'm like, Rose, it takes money to save money. What are you talking about? But this is what I'm talking about, brothers. When people gossip about you so much, you already picks up on it. My mother still don't know that her grandson is dead. Still don't know it. And truthfully, I don't intend on telling her. I literally heard people that I know Gets on the phone because my mother talks on the speaker. This woman had the audacity to sit up and say to me, or say to her rather, is your tenant still there? Yeah, he in the back. This is my mother. This is the woman I always wanted to sit beside. I drop money in her account. And then at this low point in my life, so what? Low point. This is how they getting down. Don't have a clue that her grandchild is dead. And brothers, truthfully, my mind is already resolved. Frankly, I'm tired of all of them. Come what may. They're showing themselves to who they are being and what type of judgment they walking themselves up under. I never cursed at my mother, never cursed in conversation. But the other ones, well, my two older siblings, my older sister and my older brother, both of them are deceased. But these two younger ones, flat out curses up and down. But those are the ones she listened to. Shalom, shalom, Hazel. Sister Cynthia, my son, he died yesterday. He was born on the 20th, and things, and he passed away. From what the doctor said, was saying that he was good until he started having breathing problems, and she was his mother, witnessed his birth and his death all at the same time. It's just on top of this, it's the nonsense, brother, that goes with it. That it can shake you. Yes, he was full term. He was full term. We are encouraged from a scripture to encourage one another. And I hope this may not be the full scope of it, but it seems that 2/3 brothers, that stuff, it seemed like it's going. It seemed like it's more of a reality than anything, because I don't ever want to be in their position to sit up and thinking they're going to tear somebody down by running their mouths about things they know nothing of. You don't know what a person is going through. And at the same time, if you can talk about a person so bad that that person commits suicide, you just as guilty. And I don't want that up on me. That's why I try to mind what I say to any individual. I don't want to be seen as these people that I call family, and to the things that they're doing. And I'm not even talking about the Hebrew family. Brothers, I did a song and it called the name of the song was I Curse You, based on Deuteronomy chapter 28. I sent that song to a sister. The sister messaged me back, "What is your purpose of sending me this song?" And I'm like, she didn't even listen to the song. She was up under the assumption I was cursing her. I said, "Sis, there's no malice behind me." Brothers, I just went in and deleted it. That's all I did. This is the situation with us right now. All the things that Yahushua said that was going to be happening with us, like Sister Kathy said, the family would be the worst one. And the family is the worst ones. Some of you all may not have that situation, and consider yourself blessed. Consider yourself blessed. Because this situation that I'm looking at, brothers, it seems that it can get murderous. This is the reason why I have to move the way I move, because I don't want to find myself in that predicament. I'm seeing the hate heating up. And when the hate heat up, brothers, people do unimaginable things until the dust settles. Then when the dust settles, that's when they like, "Oh my God, what did I do?" And I don't want to find myself in that predicament. I'm sitting right here trying to get myself in a position to not get hemmed up like this ever again. Now I gotta, I gotta own it. I gotta own this predicament. Now I gotta try to get 10,000 miles back over to lay my son to rest. Who in their right mind want to take a 15-hour trip to go get that little casket? Man, please. Boy. Never thought in a million years. Brother, I was there. I kid you. I was here like I was. Maybe I did this here. Maybe it was this here. Maybe it was that. That's the reason I said about the song, because a lot of the brothers and sisters, they was even some Gentiles. Well, let me take that back. A lot of Gentiles was messaging me about that song, "Touch Not My Anointed." Ooh-wee. And I'm saying maybe the devil did not like that song because it seemed like it encouraged a lot of people. Sister, let me tell you. It is. No. And the doctor was saying to, she's over her mother's house right now. Her daughter, she's in a wreck. Charity. She was looking, she's seen a picture of her brother and she was just happy. She called me, talked for me, for a moment. And I say, brothers, when I say this, There's a high that goes with it. There's a high. But when the devil comes in, oh, good gracious somebody, you get so low, you be like, wait a minute, are you joking me? And I mean, it's like a ton of bricks just came down instantly and left you just downright speechless. I talked to Sister Roebuck, Mike Roebuck's wife, and she's setting up a GoFundMe page. I don't know how she's going to do it, but she's going to call me tomorrow and things of that nature. But I find it difficult just to travel back, but to travel back to bury a child. Man, please, I tell you the truth. Mm. Got my, I don't know, man. Like I was telling Brother Daryl, I was looking forward to sharing scriptures and raising my son up in the way that we are instructed to start a whole nother generation, smack brand new. This is, brothers, that is an opportunity for a new child to come into this world without knowing anything about Christendom, religion. Sister, truthfully, Sister Kathy, I thought I was doing that. That's what I thought. They, the family, I've been taking a lead in my family since I was 15 years old. And I got it from my grandmother. So when I went over to Africa and I did what I did, they seen that I took care of things that needed to be taken care of. So now with this here, my son dying, they have the mindset, if you was here, this would not have happened. I didn't deny it. I did not go in and say, no, that's not, no, brothers, can't do that. I'm not built that way. I got to take it, learn from it, and get better at it. And on top of it, you still got to continue to encourage your brothers and sisters. Because trust and believe, somebody go be in that same predicament. I'm gonna have this experience now. Hey, this is how you're gonna fit this. Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Wow, I tell you. This is the shift, brothers. And the Most High, truthfully, there are notes that's being taken. Before this system world ends, Israel got to be cleansed first. Israel has to be cleansed first. That memory we call a mouth, brothers and sisters, it can get you hemmed up. It can get you hemmed up. I speak less. I try my best to maintain peace. That's what I try to do. But yet and still the devil, he's going to he gonna find something to work your nerve, to get you to step out of your character. That's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to attempt to try to do. This is that shift, brothers. This is that shift. We're living it, witnessing, and a lot of us are going to suffer with it. Let me do this here, brothers. Let me see, can I do this? Hold on. Let me see something. Oh, why did I do that? Well, no. Oh, wait a minute, there it is. Hold on. How can I do that? All right, let's see. Close this up. Hold on. Oh boy. There we go. Hold on. What is this? No, that didn't work. Hold on. I was trying to pull up his pictures and thing. I don't think I can do it. To pull up his pictures and things. That's what I wanted to show was his pictures, but I don't know how to do it right now. I mean, I know how to pull a video and things of that nature, but I just can't pull pictures up off the gallery. We got a whole lot that we got to go that we going through, brothers. I kid you not. It's a whole lot. The situation with I'm not trying to feed into it like that because I feel I look at it as a distraction. This the AU and this reparations, brother. I got too much going on for me to sit and feed into that. It's always something that we in the middle of something. What? It ain't the fact that we put ourselves in it. Satan makes it that we are in it. He makes sure that we are in things. And this the battle that we got to go through, brothers. Always in the middle. We got to fight in front of our hands. And it seems like these little special Negroes in the West is the ones that's getting it. That's what it appears. And at the same time, the question is this. There's something that got to be special about these Negroes that the world is trying to push off in a corner, keep them quiet, keep them discombobulated. And at the same time, still add life in there. This is where we at. This is where we at. These last days, I tell you, they're not a joke. They are not a joke. Talking to a brother. And it's the fear that's getting him. The fear of dying from cancer. Dying from cancer. Fear. And I seriously believe, brothers and sisters, truthfully, that brothers and sisters are literally looking at fear, and they're turning their nose up at it. They're not fearing no more. Come what may, keep it moving. It seems like that's the attitude of brothers. Because the devil knows. The moment you really stand up to fear, you're knocking him down, because that's how he operates. Shalom, shalom, brother Dave. Thank you, brother. Shalom, sister Linda, Sister Linda Cross. That's what I'm seeing. Is when you walk around, brothers, when you're all by yourself, your mind becomes your enemy. Because now you're playing everything in your head. All of it is going back and forth, back and forth. That's the thing about death of a loved one. It goes back and forth. You can't even lay down and go to sleep. All thing you do is just step down and look at the ceiling. That's it. Dove off into prayer. Dive off into prayer. I tell you, I'm not the first, and as long as we're in this particular time, I'm not the last. But my heart do go out to brothers and sisters that like I said, when my brother lost his daughter, oh, now, all right, now you see, now you understand, now you have a feeling. And like I said, I'm not putting this off on nobody. I just got to do better when it's all over said and done. I'll be more mindful of things that needs to be done in the manner it needs, in the manner of what needs to be done. Because like I said, I got myself wrapped up in nope, I'm not gonna get hemmed up no more. Oh, it's no problem, brother. We got next. When I got hemmed up, brothers, trust and believe. I was on a whole different platform. You can't pay me to be part of any organization. I'm like Sister Betty Bent, brother Arthur, her son. You stay solo. And it's sad, brothers, you have to move that way. And when truthfully, we should be working ourselves together. We are in a piss poor position. That's what we're in right now. We're still divided. We still need healing. Scripturally speaking, the Most High said he's the one who's going to do that. But until then, we still up under obligation to love, respect, and care for your brothers and sisters, period. All we did was have taken our forefathers and we brought them up to this time where we're living in right now. They still living. They still living. Stiff neck, whatever. They still living. I've been called the devil so much, brothers and sisters, it ain't even funny. I heard you went over to what is it? To being a Muslim. I said, no, I'm not a Muslim. Never been in that. Well, I don't care. You was raised with your witness. That's all you ever known. And for you to sit up here talking about you doing this, that, there, the demons are in control of you. Did not they say the same thing about Yahusha? All of this, brothers, it plays right into it, brothers. Because now I didn't heard everything in a matter of months. And all it takes is a death of a child to bring all of this out. Yeah. These are the times in which we're living in. But I pray to the Most High that I continue to encourage brothers. I'm not trying to crawl up under a rock and just sit there. And I'm not trying to do that. That's just I'm not trying to entertain that. But at the moment, boy, I tell you, people can say some things and they don't have the foggiest idea what's going on in your head. They still come out and do what they do. And you can sit up and tell them what happened. They're going to get down the way they're going to get down because they're showing themselves. That 2/3, brothers and sisters, is looking very strong. Because now, it's like you're starting to feel like the most, yeah, I see why he's going to do what he's going to do. Individuals are showing themselves on top of whatever you got going on. On top of it. We still divided. We still divided. Like Sister Kathy said, we still divided. And I mean, small groups, pretty much, it seems to me, it seems that they still cling together. I think, brothers and sisters, is the thing is that to see your child moving and things of that nature, when he came into the world, trying to open his eyes up and all that stuff. I'm seeing this, bro. This is the video I'm looking at. To Lifeless. If y'all want to talk about videos, all good night pictures going back and forth. Man. These last days. I don't know. Brothers, let us all be found before the Most High, that he sees us as that encouraging person. Whatever other flaws you got, the Most High will look at you and say, no, this person, he tried his best to be encouraging to his brothers and sisters. If we can maintain that, brothers, we good to go. And that's all it's going to take, is encouragement of each other, of us encouraging our brothers. But if you want to play that little, what's that word? Gatekeeper mentality, yeah, you might find yourself getting hemmed up. When you find yourself, when you think that you can go about saying what you want to say to your brothers and sisters, you just may find yourself getting hemmed up. Yeah, I mean, granted, the Most High, touch not my anointed. He's talking to Israel too now. But what do? I've seen brothers F you this and F you that, Hebrews. And you think you will get off scot-free? I'm a living testimony to this stuff here, bro. I kid you not. I'm just not gonna sit up and talk about what goes on in within the Hebrew family. I take it up under the roof. But those Christians, they don't see nothing wrong with that. Those Christians got their mindset that they're going to be saved. Those Christians will only take a portion of the Bible. I just ran up on this lady, was it yesterday? And every last one of them that I run up on, they want to talk about the Bible. See, they didn't call me a devil, but this is what they did. They said this: you're allowing the devil to take your thinking down the wrong path. See, you got to understand Jesus. You know, when they say that, brother, I just shut up. But one thing I do not do. The Most High said that the devil has misled the entire inhabited earth. I don't need to call nobody no devil. I know who misled them. But when you come and you got scriptures and you backing it up, that's when they speak about the devil. And that was one of the things, brothers, like I was saying. To me, it was like a privilege to raise my son up, to bring him up according to laws, the Torah. My son, my oldest son, I think he was like, no, he was like, she was 19. I think maybe he was like, I don't even know how old he was, but I know he was I know he was a teenager when I woke up. And so truthfully, he was like, Dad, what are we? Are we still Jehovah's Witnesses, or are we Israel? That's the dilemma, because that's all he ever known. So now, yes, I mean, he has he see a portion of both. He don't claim to be a Jehovah's Witness either. Now, that's not, he don't claim that. But I just looked at it, a child that's coming into this world with the opportunity of a parent bringing his child up the way that we are instructed to do. That was the thing I looked at as a privilege. And that's just my line of thinking, brothers. I'm not gonna hold you, brothers, any longer. Like I said, Sister Roebuck, she's working on a GoFundMe page. And I don't know man, I don't know nothing about no GoFundMe page. I kid you not. I don't know nothing about it. When she heard it, we talked and everything, and she's no, Mike, you probably need to go. But I said, well, it's just I like, man, I don't know. Just a whole lot of was going through my mind. I literally sat up under the carport about 6 to 7 hours. I didn't have no sights on me for this day, and I don't know. I was looking for jobs, and evidently the most I said, no, you go sit down. Woke up at 4 o'clock this morning and been sitting down ever since. Still got to go through some unnecessary nonsense, but it is what it is. And this is my encouragement to you, brothers. If you ever find yourself in that predicament, put yourself in a worse predicament in how you will act. Put yourself in there. Of course, trust and believe it's going to come. Somebody go try to push some buttons about you. They want you. Well, it's truthfully the devil. The devil wants you to retaliate. Well, he wants you to get out of control. That's what he wants. That's what he wants. So put yourself in a position, and then put yourself in a position and do opposite of what the world would do. And that's what I got to continue to put inside my head, because, brother, I ain't gonna lie to you. I used to lay hands. Yes, I did. I used to lay hands. I boxed for like 20 years. I was so, what's the word? Into it, boxing. The leg weights that you put around your ankles, I put them on my wrists. And I was and my cousin he was training me, and I'm hitting concrete walls with with the gloves. I ain't hitting it with my bare hand, but I had the weights on my wrist. Somebody come get out of line, boom, they down. I mean, growing up in the projects, I mean, if you grew up in a project, you know exactly, well, you ain't got to be growing up in no project. You can be in the hood. You know exactly what I'm talking about. But now, you're starting to see things different with this awakening. You're starting to understand things differently. But let's not get it misunderstood. Your kindness should not be taken for granted. And it may become a time when you may have to lay hands. The time is going to come when the Most High is going to lay hands. Touch not my anointing. He's going to lay hands. And this is where we're standing right down to this very day. This is where we're at. I tell you, as you see your brothers and sisters walking up and down the street, there's a measure of respect. And I don't, brother, they can be homeless. They still deserve your respect. Because trust and believe, the Most High is looking at it, looking at all of it. Philly all day. Well, Brother Dave, I got you on that one now. I mean, need me say any more about that. I'm in a quandary. Because I know I got to get off this live. And my mind is going to start riding again. It's like I got to go find a gym or something. But down here where I'm at, good night. If you want to talk about a regret, brothers, this is it. This is the regret. It's me moving back down here. This is a regret. When I sit back and I look at all of the things that has transpired from the time I first bought this house up to now, it has always been a struggle. Now I understand the struggle. He didn't want me down here from the word go. The Most High did not want me down here. He's seen everything afar. I mean, everything. All of these people down here, they know who I am. You want to, brother, I can count on one hand how many they say, hey, Mike, how you doing? Just stop by, say, how you doing? Not one. Not one. Raise up with these people. I'm a Muslim. I'm Islam. He called himself a black Hebrew Israelite. That's the word in the street. So now you're taking all of this gossip, brothers and sisters. You're taking all of this gossip. Then you're dealing with the death of your child. Niggas keep talking. And this is the reason why I got to keep playing this in my head, how I respond. Because they know back in the days, yeah, you say something out of the, bam. Case closed, lips closed. May lose some teeth, but it's closed. I'm telling you, hey, Brother Dave, they will work their last nerve now. Let's not get it twisted. They will work that last nerve. But I don't tell. Truthfully, I'm not. Truthfully, right now at this point, I'm not going to tell them. I'm not. I'm not looking for no sympathy from them. Because if this is how you get down when things get rough, truthfully, I don't need your association when it's all over said and done. Shalom, shalom, Sister Vicky D. I don't need it. It's going to take a death of a child for you to calm yourself down, for you to shut your mouth, for you to stop gossiping. Man, please come on with that dumb stuff. Common sense don't tell you to shut up. The love of Yah, the laws, don't tell you. Well, I mean, I forgot what I'm thinking about. I'm thinking, They thinking Christianity is thinking there's only 12 laws. Sister, let me tell you something. Sister Kathy. That's the reason why I have to put it in my head of how I respond, because I know if I hit somebody going down. Somebody's going down. If I feed into all of the of what's going on top of the death of my son, somebody go get hurt. But that's what the devil is trying his best to do. So I got to play it in my head, sis. I do. I literally have to play it in my head as to what I'm going to say and how I'm going to proceed. I got to act this stuff out mentally in order. I'm going to do this here. All right. I know I'm going to walk. When I say walk, I walk. And I see that that's what it's going to take until it's at a point, brothers. My cousin, he's looking at this house, and so I'm hoping that I can get rid of it, move on about my business, and I know my sister, she asked me one day, well, when you go back to Africa, you plan on no, I'm not planning on coming back. What happened? Mama get sick? You there? And don't think, brothers and sisters, I'm being harsh. I'm not being harsh. People are showing themselves for who they are. I'm coming to understand, and I'm coming to accept it. That's what I'm doing. I'm not being harsh. But this is that shift. And if I see danger, I'm gonna try my best to put myself in a position to avoid it. And if I can't avoid it, I may have to fight my way through it. I know, brothers, growing up in Christianity, that scripture, I tell you, when Sister Kathy said it, the ones that be coming from your own household, brothers, with this awakening, I never would have thought that it would be the awakening of us seeing that as a reality. Because truthfully, all of us was Christians with that same, and that script came in one ear and went out the other. Oh no, when you woke up, it went in, stayed there, marinated, and you're starting to see and understand what Yahushua was saying. Because they're doing it down to the T. That's what they're doing. That's what they are doing. Flaky people will show up for church every Sunday and claim they're doing the Lord's will. Come right back and do some things that is trying their best to destroy you. Flaky, shifty people. This is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Brothers, sisters, make sure that we find ourselves standing before the Most High. If we stand before the Most High, that we made a good rapport about ourselves. You know, encouraging your brothers, especially those that are sick and going through things, depression and things of that nature. That's what Yahushua said. If you did it to these here, you did it to me. I tell you, with this awakening, I tell you, you're starting to understand a whole lot of it now. And let me tell you something, Sister Hazel, on that piece. Brothers, if people was working your nerves while you are maybe under trial, being what's the word I'm looking for? Let me see. You going through a tribulation or whatever, and you being persecuted, family members or whatever, and you leave and go somewhere else. Usually, what I have seen, when that person takes their peace with them, that household, and it's like there's so much trouble that comes upon that place. It is absolutely unimaginable. And it's becoming a lot more realer the closer we get to the end of things, let's just say the deliverance. Things are starting to happen a whole lot more now. This governor sit up and said, what he said, if God was a illegal alien here illegally, they'll deport him. And then what happened? They thinking they can these people thinking they can open up their mouths and say what they want to say, and ain't nothing going to happen. The same thing can happen with us, Israel. Touch not my anointing. And you touching his anointing. You around here killing your own brothers. And you think you're not going to be touched? You're going to get manhandled. That's the least. So, and that's the most discouraging thing. It's like we're so divided till we like, you go over there and you stay over there. I'm gonna stay here and do what I'm gonna do. I don't need you. Sister Kathy, the sad thing about it is the world understands they need family. Israel is not the one that's understanding that. And I'm talking about whether you sleep, dead sleep, half awoke, or awakened. The awakening, I'm gonna take that lie back. They know what really needs to be done. But this is what we stand right down to this very day. I tell you, I've never been in this position before. Smack brand new. But you're gonna learn quick. It's the image in my head, brothers. I tell you, I'm not trying to, truthfully entertain that. Seen it before, but just now, you standing in front of it. That's the image in my head, brothers. I'm not trying. If it can be another image, I don't know, but that's the thing that just kind of disturbing me. Maybe I need to find me something to do, and just do it. I mean, and it seems like that's what I'm gonna have to do. Just find something to occupy my line of thinking. That's what I may have to do. Once this sister gets, I mean, she said GoFundMe. I don't know. She know about it. I don't. And I just want to go there, if possible, to bury my son. And I got to come back because I got some things I got to do here before I even, think about getting out of here. Because truthfully, I'm not trying to trust no one to take care of my business. I'm not doing that no more. I even tried to trust my mother for my house. She was trying to sell my house for $6,000 to this lady, on financing it at the same time, $6,000. I was like, no. You're not going to sell my house. That's the reason why I shot back real quick. So I'm not. I'm just in that mode that I can't trust like that now. I cannot do it. I will not do it. Dave, what you talking about, bruh? Please. Dave, my house was decked. Now, my belongings resides in my mother's home and in my brother's home. Sofa and all, king size bed, all that. They went in there, took all my stuff, boom, 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 and they divvied it up on themselves. And wait a minute, brother, we not even done. Hold on, let me go back. A 2018 Dodge 2500 Ram. I'm trying my best to keep peace. If I call and say, hey, this truck is stolen, and this is the person that got my truck, he get locked up. He got well, she ain't no newborn. She about like 2 or 3 years old, his daughter. If you go back to jail, you know for a fact you ain't getting out to about 80 years old. But he got beside himself. Now, this is the system showing itself. This man, my brother, flesh and blood, took 3 of my vehicles when I was in Africa, 2 of them, chopped up my Tahoe so he can have the motor out of it. He said, oh, it ain't running anyway. But my truck was running. Both of my trucks was running. This nigga had the audacity to tell me that if you come down here, because I'm coming back down, I'm gonna get my stuff. Oh, I ain't gonna hold back on you. My cousin was like, did he say that? I said, dude, here's the text. He said, no, cuz, we're finna go get a pistol. This is what my cousin is saying now. He said, this fool done lost his mind. This is the heat, brothers, that I'm seeing. I'm seeing a very dangerous situation. That's what I'm seeing. There's so much hate that's going on here Brothers, you would think I'd sit here and rob my families. This is the danger that I'm talking about. That dude is riding around in a 2018 truck right now, claiming it's his. He called himself putting a mechanical lien on my truck, which is not paid off. Wells Fargo owns the truck until it's paid off. He don't pay no note, but he wants to look good in the street. That's what the issue is. By any means necessary. That's how he living. And the sad thing about it, David, is this. That's my mother's favorite child. That's the same one that'll sit there and curse out like it ain't no thing. That's the same child that when he was locked up, I'm putting money on his books. Boom, 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 boom. Same child that wanted to start a business, I put the money in. I always put the money up. But I don't think, truthfully, I don't think he understands the gravity of what the position that he put himself in. Because eventually, he's dancing with the devil right now. That's what he's doing. But he's going to answer for it. My cousin was like, cuz, I don't know about you, but I think I'd have to get me a piece on. I had to have me a piece because that don't sound good. Brother, I can go into some stuff and everything. You're talking about the death of my child on top of all this other dumb stuff that I got to contend to deal with. It's unbelievable. It is, I'm telling you, a divided household and all that. Yes. All of it. Gossip that can get started just out of the whim. My mother walked around the house one day upset at me. She was highly upset at me. Didn't say nothing. Well, I never did say nothing, period, anyway. But my sister calls me and she said, Mike, did you so and so, so and so? I said, hold up, for first and foremost, who you think you're talking to? Well, I'm just saying this here. Did you so and so, so and so, so? I'm like, no, I ain't said nothing to nobody. I don't talk to people like that. But when it got down to it, my cousin happened to call one of my cousins and talk with her and everything. And then when the gossip got out, my sister talked to my cousin, who was talking to my other cousin, who started the gossip. And so she called her back. She said, did you say so and so, so? And she went on and tried to deny it until eventually she fessed up and said, she said what she said. So my sister calls my mother back. She said, Mike didn't say that. But my mama, she walking around her house highly upset at me. And I blame my auntie. I blame my mother too. I say, you allowed them to call you all the time with this dumb stuff. I said, you all are too old for this here. You call yourselves Christian. You claim that you are in the truth. I said, all you all do is sit on that phone and gossip about people and about things you ain't got no business talking about. I said, but you go get yourself hemmed up. Shalom, shalom, Brother Kenneth. You're going to get yourself hemmed up. You're just not going to keep on thinking you could run your lips and thinking that the Most High is not paying attention to it. You will get yourself hemmed up. And then you go talk, what did I do? Brother, let me tell you about Marvin getting a troubled man. Good night. Here I am right before your very face. That troubled man. that troubled man. But I'm that same child, man. I used to throw blows for my brothers and sisters. My older brother, he was mentally challenged. And that's how I learned how to fight truthfully. It's defending him. And it's like they are this like twisted family. And like I said, brothers, it was not always this way. And truthfully, who was that said it? All you gotta do is, or Sister Kathy, you just stand by and you gonna start seeing it. And brothers, I'm seeing it. But when I was making all that money, no, I was the savior. And the first thing that come out there, majority of them out, yeah, he ain't got that money no more. His business on this, he did so and so this here, and he did this so and so. I didn't make no bad decision, monetarily decision. Not one bad one. But when they needed the money, I was that person you go to. Oh, here you go. And if I knew exactly what they was going through, brothers, I didn't call back and talk about, hey, I need my money. If I knew exactly what they was going through, I leave it alone. When they got to that point where they can pay, they pay. But the same one that didn't pay are the same ones that doing all the gossip. I do not want to be in their shoes, truthfully. I do not. And the sister said, Mike, you got to pay attention. The shift is happening. The shift is happening. People are doing what they're doing. They're saying what they're saying. And she's not lying. She is not lying. I just don't want to explode on top of the death of my son. That's my concern. I don't want to get to it where, bam, you let loose. That's one thing I do not want to happen. I do, and I will eventually make moves. And I'm going to get far away. And that's my fleeing. Because like I said, I see a danger. And truthfully, brother, it's imminent. I don't think right now, me, myself personally, I'm not worried about what the government is talking about, truthfully. No. I'm worried about these people that you call family, that we call family. That's my issue. It was Yahushua's issue. It was his family that took him to the it was his family that took him to the police. Put it that way. It was his family that lied on him. It was his family that called him a demon. He was doing this man for in the name of Beelzebub. His people. Brother, we shucks. The same thing is happening right now, right before our eyes. They're doing the same thing. They did whatever they did to Yahushua, they're doing to us. And like I said, I don't press this upon anyone else. But if you recognize a problem and you see an issue, and if it's a dangerous issue, yeah, you need to put yourself in a better position. Let's call it fleeing. You need to flee, find you a better place or whatever. And that's what I'm seeing. Brother, I never thought in a million years I'd be living out of a suitcase, living in my mother's house. I had my stuff belonging, I got two bathrooms in here. I had my shaving and blades and clippers and everything in the bathroom. My mother came to me and said, "You need to straighten that." Oh, I mean, it was not discombobulated. You know, black people keep their bathroom clean. I don't care what you're talking. That's one thing black people do. My mother said, "You need to get all that stuff. That's the company. Company coming in. They use the bathroom, so and so, so." I'm like, "Are you for real?" Brothers, I don't argue. I put the stuff back in the suitcase. This is family. This is end time family doings. This is what this is. End time family doing, and at the same time, walking up under judgment. All these are last days, the end is about to come. And yet it's still, this is how you getting down. Brothers and sisters, the Most High don't have a problem with taking people out being elderly. He does not have an issue with that. Deaf, dumb, crippling, crazy. He don't have an issue with it. He is the supreme judge. And truthfully, and unfortunately, it don't look good for these people that I say is family. My sister get on the phone, almost bees this, bees that, bees this, bees that. I'm like, you know what? For you to be 4'1", your mouth is real big. I said, but you're always getting beat up, always calling somebody out their name. The devil is busy, brothers, when it's all over said and done. This is what's happening. And if he got to put you in a position, a low blow position, he gonna put you in that position because he wants us out of control. That's what he wants. And that's what I'm recognizing. Brothers, you all be safe out there. Excuse me for my rant, but I tell you, at times you got to talk to somebody. Because if you don't, truthfully, I think, man, please. No, I think I may be locked up. Never been arrested a day in my life. You brothers be safe out there. Continue to, encourage your brothers. And I thank you, brothers, for your condolences. I really do appreciate that. And so, like I said, sister, thanks, Brother Dave. The sister's setting up a GoFundMe page. And like I said, I don't know. I got to talk to her tomorrow because like I would like to go there and bury my son and turn back around and come back and finish what I need to go ahead and get finished and things of that nature. But truthfully, I know if I leave, it's going to be, oh my goodness. You too, Brother Earl. You be safe out there, brother. But like I said, brother, once the information that she gets, I'll let you brothers and sisters know. Brother, I just can't get this thing out of my head that I I do have the same Cash App, Sister Van P. I do. Brother, I just can't get this casket out of my head, brother. I just cannot get that out of my head. Thanks a lot, Brother Earl. Ooh, we. Well, brothers, you all be safe out there. I'll try to check back in sometime this week, or at least when. And I mean, like I said, I do still have the Cash App, the same Cash App, but I mean, I don't. This is she knows this. She knows TikTok and all this other stuff a lot better than I do. So I'm just really taking her. She's taking the lead in it and things of that nature. But brothers, you all be safe out there. Keep your head on the swivel. Keep your head on a swivel. Thank you, Sister Cynthia. And you all be safe out there. Shalom.